Hey everybody, welcome back. So by the time you see this video, we will have our brand new baby. At least I think we will. I mean, it's due within, right now, about a week and a half from now, but I probably won't be posting this video until after it's born because I have a backlog of videos built up. So basically when we have the baby, I can just not have to record any videos and just be able to post them while we're taking care of the new baby. So let me show you a couple of things that I got here more recently before we get started on what we're going to talk about today is just have a mail call, and I have a couple of comic book things I want to show you. And yeah, I mean, basically the lady said I've been kind of clearing out my cases because I've been selling some stuff. I've been just kind of condensing some of the collection. She's like, the cases are too empty. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I better get a couple of new things for the cases. And fortunately I've been able to find stuff for pretty cheap, so I haven't been spending too much money. Yeah, but hopefully that won't be too much of a problem, going forward, because I've been making a little bit extra money lately, especially with all my jobs, and invest a little bit of stocks, so that's kind of taken off a little bit. But let's get to looking at some stuff. Now here's one new thing I picked up. This is the Black Hand figure from the Blackest Night figure series. I showed you that Hal Jordan Blackest Night figure in one of my previous videos, but I got this guy to go along with that comic book that's behind him because that's actually the very first appearance of the Black Hand right there that you're looking at. He's kind of cool. He's got his Black Lantern ring on, and he's carrying the skull of Batman. So that's pretty awesome. And also, I was able to pick up this bad boy. Now, this, if you do not know its significance, this is the very first appearance of Kilowog. This is the very first time you got to see Kilowog, which is basically the drill sergeant for the Green Lantern Corps. And then this bad boy here is the first appearance of Necron. And Necron is the main bad guy in the whole Blackest Night series. But yeah, I picked these both up in the same lot, and basically I got them for dirt cheap, but both of them are worth a little bit more. This one's worth more than the other one, but I think it's probably valued about $30, but I only paid maybe like $2-3 for it. So that was pretty awesome. Oh, and here I have these guys set up finally the way that I wanted them. There's, see all of my guys in black and white, and these are the cool old school Toy Biz Marvel figures with the Black Spider-Man, Havoc, and Bullseye all lined up together. Oh, look, and there's Venom in the background. How convenient. And before we go too far, I wanted to show you too my new Ventress setup. So I got all my Ace Ventresses kind of in the same area in the one Star Wars case that I have now, except for I put in a Darth Revan in there with them. Then there's, of course, my 3 3/4 inch carded ones. I've got my Chrome R2D2 back there, and yeah, there's Ventress and Dooku in their brand new home. Yeah, so I haven't been able to do any real actual toy hunt lately because, yeah, we've been trying to get ready for the baby and all that. But we were at a Safeway the other day picking up a prescription for the lady. And I did find they had restocked their little Hot Wheels. So there's a little end cap and they have a little strip of Hot Wheels. And I found some really cool Hot Wheels on there. Now, ironically, I found the last two that I needed for that Glow series that I've been showing you guys, the aged Hot Wheels Glow Racers. So this was one of the new Glow Racers, and I guess on a future video I'll show you how they all look all together, all glowed up with the black light and all that. So it was pretty cool to find that Glow Racer. This was number 3 of 5. And then I found, number 4 of 5 for the Glow Racers. So I finally completed all the Glow Racers, and I showed you last time I had a new one of these. It was like the rubber ducky one, and that was number 5 of 5. And I was surprised I found that one before I found these ones. But hey, at least I got all 5 of them now. And then I found some cool, I found the brand new Ninja Turtle Party Wagon. So I actually picked up a couple of extra of these, one to sell, one to... I had found one that had a really banged up package, so I got that one to open, and then I'll keep this one on the card, and then one to sell. Yeah, so I basically got 3 altogether, but, hopefully I can make a little bit of my money back on one of them, because, I'm sure that these things will be worth a little bit more than regular Hot Wheels. Speaking of cool, and the Ninja Turtles... And I picked up this one just because it was funny, because it's a new series called Then and Now. And this is Toy Collecting Then and Now. So I thought it was just super appropriate for my channel here. So this is just a Ford GT40. It's kind of a souped up race car. It was kind of cool, but, basically picked it up just for the name of the series. So I'm kind of anxious to see what else they're going to put out for that series. I didn't know that they were making cars for my channel, so that's pretty awesome. But let's get on to the mail call here. Let's see what we got in the box. Now, before we open the box, let's open up this envelope here, because I got some goodies. I think this was just a couple comic books I found for cheap. I was kind of looking up... in my previous video I was talking about how I showed you the Black Spider-Man case setup I have. And essentially, for all the different Spider-Man book series that came out. Basically, it's all the very first appearance of the Black Spider-Man in those particular, series of Spider-Man books. So it's all the original, but the one I was thinking of, the Peter Parker Spectacular Spider-Man one with the Blob and the Black Cat. Actually, the issue before that, it's just the only thing on the cover is just the Black Cat, and that's actually the first appearance of the black costume in that series. But the cover, or the Spectacular Spider-Man that I have in the case, is the first cover appearance of the Black Spider-Man in that series. So it's definitely worthy of being in there. And it's just kind of funny, too, that the regular Spider-Man series that came out, was it later in the 90s, and it was just Todd McFarlane kind of, got his own Spider-Man run. That Spider-Man issue I have in there is Spider-Man number 13. It's the very first appearance of the black costume in that series, so that's pretty sweet. Obviously, it's not the Venom suit by then, because that was much after the Venom suit. But yeah, let's get into what is this here. What is this here? Got it open. Let's go. Oh, snap. I get all bendy of the comics. But yeah, as I was actually looking it up on eBay just to see if I did have the very first appearance of the black costume in the Spectacular Spider-Man, and I noticed the issues just prior to that were issues that I didn't have before. So I was just like, went ahead and found the cheapest ones I could find that weren't crazy damaged by any means, and picked those up, and that's what these are. It's the 2 issues before the black costume comes out. And, of course, those 2 issues feature the Black Cat, because the original Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man series was the best one, because it had a lot of black costume, had a lot of Black Cat. So I was super stoked to find these for a decent price, because like I said, collecting comic books is a lot cheaper than collecting Star Wars, unless you're trying to get crazy key issues. But then again, if you don't care about the condition, you can find key issues for really cheap. So here's number 88 I hadn't had before. And you see there's Black Cat. She's looks like she's about to get pulled apart, like they're going to pull her arms and legs off. That'd be pretty crazy. Better get the baddie, Spider-Man. And then after that is this one. And this is the issue right before the black costume is introduced. And I thought that was a pretty cool looking issue. It's pretty cool looking Black Cat. And looks like it's got, some Fantastic Four, some Avengers on there. And of course the Black Cat. And it's the comic store edition, because it doesn't have the newsstand UPC on there. And it's actually a pretty decent shape. It's actually mint. Yeah, nothing, no damage wise or anything like that. But yeah, so pretty happy there. Let's go on to the box. What's in the box? Now I ordered these to go in the case, because the case is just looking a little too bare with just a bunch of comic books in there. And this one is actually going to be for the Green Lantern case. Picked these up just because I found them for pretty cheap, and I remember back way when, and if you get them in package even still, they're a little bit more expensive, but I bought them as a set of 2, and I got them for a lot cheaper that way because of it. So what is in this one? What is in this one? What is in this one? I had to get this one just because, I like the characters in black and white, and guess what? It's a Hal Jordan in black and white. It's the Black Lantern Hal Jordan. So yeah, super stoked to get that. The kind of, I don't know, it kind of smells weird. It doesn't smell like smoke, but it almost smells a little mildewy, so might have to freshen those up a little somehow. But I thought that was cool. Black Lantern Hal Jordan. I used to have this in package, and I think it used to be like 50-something bucks back when. But yeah, so I got that, and then along came with it was, what is this one? What is this one? What is this one? This is the Orange Lantern Lex Luthor. Orange Lantern Lex Luthor. So you don't see very many people on the Orange Lantern Corps, because Larfleeze, the head of the Orange Lanterns, is, basically the Orange Lanterns represents avarice, which is the emotion of greed. So the Orange Lantern is basically the only one of him, because he's so greedy he doesn't want to share. So it came with the Lex Luthor, and it came with the stand, and this is the symbol of the Orange Lanterns, and it even came with an Orange Lantern. So all I gotta do is find a Larfleeze figure for cheap, because he's worth a little bit more, and I haven't been able to find one for a decent price. But one day somebody's gonna post one for a cheap price, and I'll swoop it up, and hopefully, I don't even need the accessories, because I'll just give him this stand and this lantern, and I'll just stand the Lex Luthor with him. You've seen the series. Basically, the Orange Lantern Corps are essentially people that Larfleeze has killed, and he basically uses like them as a construct. So it's like basically he creates them with his ring as like a body double, basically, and then he sends those guys out to fight. And they're crazy powerful because Larfy's is basically the most powerful of the single colored lanterns because all the power he keeps for himself. So he's not spreading his power out to everybody else. It's like all the power is his. And he basically has his own even whole space sector. Like he's just crazy powerful. But we'll explain more of that later when we get to it. And we talk a little bit more about the Green Lantern Corps and the mythology behind it and all blah, 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 and so on and so forth. But yeah, if you guys like my content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.